It's like it takes the picture fast. You're like, whoa, what happened? And then when I press the button, it's like very spontaneous for me. So I wanted to talk to you. Can we talk? You guys got a minute? Anybody have a minute? I was thinking about what happened to me. So I'm sitting with a friend, and this friend is sitting across from me, but more to the left, like in a recliner, and I'm sitting in a office chair. So I'm in the office chair, and I have a friend here on a recliner, and I have a friend here that's on another office chair. So it's office chair, I'm office chair, recliner. And this friend was smoking. And we're talking about BLM. Okay? No big deal. You know, light little steps. And this friend of mine's in the recliner goes, did you see that? And we both go, no, what happened? And this friend says, there was this little spark that came out of what I was smoking and lands on my foot. And I felt it. I felt the pain and I jumped up like, whoa. But it wasn't even real. It was like, it wasn't any flame. It was, I almost saw, I could have sworn I saw it. And I said that it's possible that you experienced an alternate reality. So then the other friend right across in the other office chair was like, that's not real. We only here after we leave here. It's over. It's like, that's not real. It's a one and a done, and you're out of here. And I was like, okay. But may I, for 1 second, entertain a thought? Let's have a thought exercise. You know? So we say, she's like, oh man, I messed it up. So they were like, all right, cool. I said, just imagine if what your experience was, oops, I got parking. So just imagine, and this is like a thought exercise, that what if what happened just now was some sort of you witnessing an alternate reality of yourself? A lot of times people will talk about the multiverse and how, if let's say my head was a planet Earth, then right next to me there's another planet Earth and another one and another one, another one, another one, and so many of them that there's an infinite amount of these Earths, and that we are somehow connected through consciousness. Our not brain, because the brain is like just basically the engine of the car. Some people think the heart is the engine, but the heart might just be like, the water valves. The heart might just be like, the water pump in your car. You need the water pump to get moving, but really you just got to replace the water pump or get a seal or something like that, fix that. So it's like the brain is really moving everything. Boom, boom, boom. So in the brain, That's not consciousness. Consciousness is something that's deeper, something that's like your soul to some degree, right? If there's, so now check this out. So I'm like, just imagine that instead of having all these earths, right? Just so many earths that you can't even come up with a number. So they say infinite because they can't even see it. So far, just never ending. Now, what if you were like some sort of, just imagine like an apple, all right? And you thinly slice that apple so thin that it still looks like an apple. But when you get deep into the apple and you look at this apple, you find so many different layers. So many different layers on every direction. It's almost as if you can't even see it. So inside of these layers, the only way this system works possibly is, imagine that spark that you saw and it lands on your foot and it feels like it burns you, but it's not. It didn't happen, but it did happen. It happened in another reality, and the realities are not far apart from each other. They're actually up against each other so tightly. And this apple, this earth, this sphere is possibly, what if it's sliced so many times in those realities? And I did say, what if it's 360 for the whole 360, that whole circular thing? What if there's only 360 realities? But from every direction you look at it, up and down, round and round, if you're able to break it down, you find that it looks infinite. But that's just easy to say, infinite. But what if there is a number? What if it's all numbers? What if she really saw that spark, really felt the pain, but felt it from her alternate self? So that's the thought experiment. And of course, I don't know if it ever was challenged. I would like to find out, like, a couple of months from now, hey, you ever think about that time when that spark went off? And they'll be like, no, never thought about it again. Thank you for watching. You are appreciated. It's getting dark. It's getting this big rain cloud. Barely any light coming in. It's gonna rain again. Reminds me of Miami. When you're in Miami, it just like rains every day between 1 and 1:45. What you gonna do? I'm taking care of myself. I'm being safe. Family is safe. New York is very safe. Don't believe the hype. New York is very safe. You are appreciated. Thank you for watching. Boom.